Marama Fox.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, that was quite entertaining. I was thinking to myself before I got up, I wonder what I'm going to talk about this wonderful relationship accord, this mana-enhancing relationship that we have, and then I listened to all the mana-enhancing statements that were coming from my good friend Mr. Brownlee in reference to our Labour Party colleagues. And actually, you know what? We have been able to do some things by being in an agreement of confidence and supply, where we're able to put our hand on our heart and say from this recent budget, yes, there was $1 billion that the Māori Party could say we had influence over to get gains for our whānau, and that's why we're here, and that's why we are in this agreement. I was asked on the weekend, Marama, why do you do it if you disagree with so many things? And yes, there are some things we disagree with, but we do it because we'd rather be in making a difference than sitting on the crossbenches throwing stones and doing nothing. So what are some of the things that we've agreed with? Well, I've mentioned some of those today. Today, we get to take our babies, if they're 13 years and under, to the doctors for free. Now, everybody's jumping up and putting their hand up and saying, but that's our policy. Well, to be fair, our policy was under 18s, and we'd like that to be the thing, but we couldn't get that all the way through, but we could make a change through the Ministerial Committee on Poverty and get a change. So today, under 13-year-olds can go to the doctors for free. But there is one thing that in recent weeks we categorically disagree with, and that is the way in which these SHA housing areas have been determined without first having consultation with iwi. And that's what I want to talk about today, because this morning we were in our extended sitting, because the Māori Affairs Select Committee are very hard-working, and we sat this morning to discuss the treaty claims and the settlement bills that are before the House. And the Minister at the time referred to the RFRs, and given my generosity of spirit and the limited time available to us at the time, I gave some of my time to the colleague, the member Peeni Henare, who wanted to extend some of his time. So here, I get my chance to address the RFR, because this is where we categorically disagree. We believe that if you're going to have mixed tenure areas that you build a whole lot of houses on, that then get sold to private interests that are not being used for state housing, that land is then open land that should be referred back to iwi for first right of refusal, because there is certainly here some deficit theorising going on. If the Minister does not think that the iwi are capable of building homes to the capacity that are needed in the Auckland area, and therefore does not discuss with them the first right of refusal and the opportunity for those iwi to build homes that will help their people, not just because they can put people in them, but also because they can have apprenticeships and those sorts of things in a culturally intelligent and responsive way to build communities with community input, then that, sir, is deficit theorising and believing before the outset that iwi do not have the capability. Now, you only need to look, as the Speaker did a few weeks ago when we went to Christchurch with Kaitahu, at the amazing opportunity that can come when communities come together and work together with iwi to develop housing areas that are culturally responsive, culturally intelligent, and supply homes for all ranges of people. Green spaces and wāhi tapu are also acknowledged. So, Mr. Speaker, that is the content of my kōrero today. Yes, we are here in the government working alongside them because we want to make a difference, and we can do that in a number of ways with ministers, but we also have the independence and the right to disagree when we fundamentally disagree about something, and on this we disagree, and we will continue to uphold the rights of iwi, and we will continue to push the rights of iwi as long as they require us to do that, and they knock at our door. I tell you now. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.